my name's Gray, this is Consoletronix, where we're used to retro here, but today we're going prehistoric with a look at the Autobot Fab 5. The Dinobots, that's right, the Transformers we all wanted as kids, I picked up recently. But full disclosure, these aren't vintage 1980s objects of desire, they are in fact Chinese knockoffs. But notice how I didn't say cheap Chinese knockoffs. That's because even these are becoming sought after by collectors who want to keep their original G1 figures boxed and mint and display these cheaper alternatives. But enough backstory, let's take a closer look. And we're going to start with the bot you all came to see. Grimlock. And here he is, the Dinobot commander, and in the pages of the comic, future Autobot leader. Although shown to be a bit thick in the cartoon, in the comics, particularly the UK edition by living legend Simon Furman, he would be portrayed more as a noble savage, but definitely one not to cross. Let me give you an example. Come on, get in there. Right. Thank you for volunteering, Yellow Generation 2 Constructicon Mixmaster. Oi Grimlock! Generation 2 Constructicon Mixmaster reckons your mother likes to take it roughly from robo-sailors. Oh Grimlock, I was joking, man. Now I'm gonna have my bedroom carpet shampooed. What have you got to say for yourself? Well, let's see your robot transformation. Well, that proved to be unnecessarily difficult. His chest piece there did not want to click into place, and I had some trouble getting the guns and sword into his hands, but they do fit. And overall, for what it is, a simple knockoff, it is actually a pretty nice little figure. I definitely wouldn't give it to any kids to play with, but as a display piece, it's actually not too bad. Not got any stickers on it just yet, but I'll put them on at a later date. Now, regardless of all that, like all the first wave of characters released in the West in 1984 and 1985, Grimlock and the other Dinobots started out as an original Japanese toy line known as Diaclone. And it's this reason why most Transformers toys had both Takara and Hasbro stamps on them. And it's the original lineup of first releases, like Grimlock here, who are the most fondly remembered, as the Hasbro originals released after would get simpler and more basic in design, with many characters have little to no articulation at all. I'm thinking of you, Ultra Magnus! And we go from the Dinobot frontman to one who shuns the spotlight with Snarl. Labelled as a desert warrior, but Snarl may be a Dinobot of few words, but he's no shrinking violet when it comes to a scuffle, with his deadly tail whip and solar energy storing scales. But as an added bonus, even though these are knockoffs, included with this lot was a special edition version of Snarl based on his 1986 Transformers the Animated Movie appearance. And here he is, just like you remember him from the movie. They even included his I'm sorry, G1 Snarl. I'll stop messing about now. Ow, 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 ow. Well, like Grimlock, this guy was also pretty difficult to transform with some pretty stiff joints. But yeah, here's his robot form and he looks suitably mean and moody, with his gun and electro sword in hand. But I don't know why, but I really like this figure. Maybe that's the Transformers daft 6-year-old in me bubbling to the surface. But yeah, we'll stand Snarl over there next to his Commander Grimlock. And next we'll take a look at... Now where did he go? Oh hey there Brontosaurus Sludge, I was looking for you. Now I don't know about any of you guys, but I always thought Sludge's transformation here into a Brontosaurus was always a bit of an odd choice, seeing as the other characters are things like a T-Rex and a heavily armed Stegosaurus. Now, truth be told, I probably know less about Sludge than I do about the other characters, so let's see what his bio says about him. And it says function, jungle warrior and demolitions. And his motto is stomp your enemy, crush him under your feet. Likes to make presence known, a footstep can be heard and felt in a 3-mile radius. Gentle and shy, but terrifying and unstoppable in battle. Is that right, Sludge? It was his tail that gave me problems this time. But overall I have to say, in robot form, Sludge is indeed a formidable looking warrior. But going back quickly to that bio, because as much as I loved the Transformers toys and comics as a kid, I've not looked too deeply into the backstory of how they were marketed and released in the West. But I think I'm right in saying that most of these biographies and the backstory to the toy line were written for Hasbro, at least initially, by Bob Budansky, who wrote the US comic also, but despite the success of it, he quickly got bored writing the comic, and it shows in a lot of the US stories, and he would eventually pass the reins to Marvel UK writer Simon Furman, who would then write the main US title for the remaining 20 or so issues, as well as all the far superior original UK strips. Now, you go over there, Sludge. Oh wait, you're shy and gentle, aren't you? So yeah, we'll put you at the back. Because next, we're going to take a look at one of the meanest and toughest of the group, and good thing too, as his name's Slag. You're right, Slag. But besides the odd choice of the name, something else has been bugging me, because while Sludge and Snarl are known as Jungle Warrior and Desert Warrior respectively, Slag here is simply labelled as Flamethrower. Why are you simply known as Flamethrower, Slag? Jeez, you could have just told me. Now, Slag here wasn't alone when it comes to questionable names in the original lineup, as you had characters like RC as well as Ratchet, and even in the Japanese exclusive shows, they dropped the pretense altogether and had a group called Breast Force. Well, transform, Slag. Well, this one was probably the easiest to transform so far, but damn, Slag, you got some tiny hands. And well, here he is in all his Generation 1 glory. There's just a feel of craftsmanship even in these knockoffs that other shape-shifting robot toy lines of the 80s like GoBots or even Voltron just didn't have. Each character really did feel unique with their own personality, and while nostalgia certainly filled in a lot of the blanks, I really do feel that's why Transformers has lasted as long as it has. Now, they say you should save the best until last, and just so you know, this is my first time unboxing all of these figures, and I deliberately saved Swoop until last, because you may find this hard to believe, but for a while, Swoop here was actually my favourite Dinobot. I mean, I loved them all, but Swoop, who I don't think it was ever actually officially released here in the UK, starred in the animated two-parter Desertion of the Dinobots, which I rented for a weekend as a kid, and I pity whoever rented it after me because I wore that cassette out watching it over and over again. And it seems kind of fitting that Swoop should stand here with his Dinobot comrades as the sun's going down and I'm about to end this video, because I think that's it. Now, I really enjoyed making this. It's my first time doing a toy review of this kind. I tried to make it interesting and also entertaining and not just feel myself slowly transforming a bunch of bots. As for doing more, well, that's for you guys to decide. If you want to see this become a semi-regular thing, then let me know and I'll jump to it. Also, if you'd like to see me review movies, then I'll put a link to my second channel, Video Holocaust, on screen with some of my recent reviews. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and until all are one, goodbye.